Hi everyone. Welcome to the pursuit of joy. My name is Abigail Joy. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a best friend, I'm a performer, I'm a thinker, I'm a lover, and I'm a plant enthusiast. We had to start off with a plant tour, right? Now, nature is not perfect, and neither am I. You know, I don't have tons and tons of time to make sure that my plants look picture perfect, even though some of them do just because they love me. Some of them also hate me. I do live in Toronto, and we get Canadian winters. Shout out to my fellow Canadians that know what it's like having plants inside during the winter, having to supplement light, having to really get that humidity up. We soldier on, we do it for the plants, and you know what? Most of the time they reward us. Come with me and enjoy my apartment houseplant tour. So here we have my Dracaena fragrance Syntho that I believe has been with me for a few years now. Doesn't require much light, doesn't require much water. Pretty easy plant, pretty rewarding plant. It's got a few sunburns as you can see, but c'est la vie, it's been moved, so. And then moving up here, we have some Irish ivy. I don't know how well you can see that there. It's a little bit brown. This has also been moved, but it's coming back. I put in a grow bulb a few weeks ago. So the plants that haven't already died are doing great now. This is my big guy. Can't even get him fully in the shot. There you go. He was a rescue. Pachira aquatica is the Latin name or scientific name. He was a rescue. A local guy put him out on the side of the street because he was getting too big for his apartment. His girlfriend came home to see that and decided to post on one of the Planty Facebook groups that I am in and, you know, put a shout out that it's there and see if anyone can rescue it and give it a new home. So I decided to walk on over there and haul it back. He was unpotted. I was very dirty. But yeah, I gave him a prune, I gave him a shower, put him in a new pot, aerated the soil, and this guy is doing really well for me. Really pleased with that guy. And then moving on, we have the experimental wall. Herbs and vegetables. So some of them are already dead. As I said, I only just put the bulb in a few weeks ago, and here in Canada, we've already had really short days. So winter is already here. We do have my tomato over there. I just picked the last two. I don't know if you can see up there. And I don't think it's gonna come back for me, but again, let's see. It's an experiment. We can always switch it out with something else or plant a new seed, right? This is my bee balm that I don't know whether you're gonna get a good look at, but it's growing crazily right now. I think because of the bulb, it's kind of going down and across towards it. Usually it would grow up. And then here we have my bell peppers that just adjusted, and I'm hoping that they will put out some flowers for me now, and some dry lavender that if it doesn't come back, I can always harvest it. Moving down, we have some lettuce in a Kahlua shot glass. It has already grown some roots. There you go. And yeah, my 4-year-old is excited about this one. And some sad lemon balm. I don't know if this one's gonna come back, we'll see. They're still green, there's still hope. Moving on to some dry parsley that was fine 2 days ago, so yeah, still learning with the herbs and the veggies, but this one I am super proud of. Look at those peppers turning already. I've been growing cayenne peppers outside for a few years now. And I decided this year, hey, let's bring them inside. And I think I made the right choice. Look at how much new growth there is too, just popping out everywhere from the original stock. So yeah, super happy with that guy. Cayenne peppers all winter, guys. There is a cupcake holder that I have upcycled to a propagation station. That will be a later video. And then moving over, we have my snake plants. This is an east-facing window here. So before I put the bulbs in, it's really dark. As you can see, it's a tiny window. So, got some snake plants to chill there. I believe this one in the front is a mermaid's tail, just because it has the variegation at the very top when it grows out and not the rest of the leaf. So, super cool. I'm a big mermaid fan. I'm a weirdo. Here is my orchid, Phalaenopsis. And here it is, guys. One more before we move into the living room. This guy was a rescue from my sister-in-law. I decided to put him in leca and not propagate him. My sister-in-law and I thought I was just gonna chop him up, but I actually decided that he was so long and luscious that I wanted to keep him. Now, yes, there are some yellow leaves as he transitions into this spot, but there's also new growth, so I am not worried about it. Golden pothos. And then here we are. The living room. We'll start off with this guy over here who's looking a little bit yellow and not happy. But another Dracaena that I just stuck up there, honestly, and doesn't get much attention from me, and maybe why he's looking a little sad. Now that I've put all the bulbs in, I do need to go around and check on all my plants and see what they need now that they're transitioning. This room did not need a bulb because of this beautiful big west-facing window. Can you see the remnants of the snow out there? Yeah, welcome to Canada. So, up here we have my asparagus fern that is actually, let's get up here for you guys. I did not think that he was doing anything for me and starting to go a bit brown, but I think he was just transitioning because I saw new growth at the back there, yeah. So they put off these long tendril-like things, and then they start sprouting. But they can get really long before they start putting out needles or fronds, or whatever you would like to call them. Again, I am not a scientist, I am not a botanist, so forgive me if sometimes I'm wrong or sometimes I pronounce something incorrectly. Here we have a golden. It's gorgeous nonetheless. And as we move on, we have a sad Nepenthes that we don't even need to look at because that thing, I'm pretty sure, is dead. We have a Hora cornosa. There you go. So he's just a little guy, but he'll grow and then he'll trail and it'll be gorgeous and he'll cover that dead Nepenthes pitcher plant that has no pitchers. And then we move to the end of the shelf here. Okay, so here is the green spider plant with all these babies. Look at that. He is super root bound, like busting out the pot. And I'm thinking I should repot him, even though it's winter. Sometimes you can repot in the winter, guys. If the plant needs it, the plant needs it. And then another, what I believe to be marble queen that didn't get enough sun, possibly golden. We will find out together. Here we have, this shelf, by the way, has recently had thrips. So forgive me if not everything looks perfect, but here we have the gorgeous Jungle Boogie. I believe I have got rid of the thrips now, but we'll see. Yeah, I love the Jungle Boogie. I love the shape of the leaves. And the Xanadu. I just love that leaf shape. And then we have a, if you can see through there, a Lucky Bamboo 3 stalks. ZZ plant that's hanging on in there. This is probably the darkest corner in my apartment. And another snake plant that's, I don't know, just living, because that's what they do. Oh my god, this guy. I don't even want to show this guy, but I will because, you know, real life. So, Peperomia Napoli Nights. Now, this guy, yes, he looks horrible and sad, but I mean, there's so much new growth in here that I'm just wondering, should I leave it? I don't know. Or we could propagate some leaves. We'll figure it out. Oh yeah, and real life, that's what the top of my dresser looks like. Oh yeah. And then moving along, we have my beautiful green heart-shaped philodendron, Heteroceum. Let's move down here, yeah, so we can get a better shot. And he is putting off, I mean, he's just super happy right now because he's got lots of new growth. Like, okay, where are you going, buddy? It's away from the light, silly. And then we have an orchid cactus that is not happy. However, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. It does have some new growth in there. So I've kind of just left it at the moment. And we have my beautiful Brazil philodendron. Sorry that it's so backlit, guys. She birdie. And my friend Claudia, who I will link her Instagram below, made this gorgeous macrame hanger for me. She also does custom designs, custom measurements, so I will definitely be linking her Instagram below. And here we have some predatory mites. No, well, yes, but we also have a Adansonii wide form who clearly has thrips and is not happy. So that's that. But hopefully those predatory mites will work. I'm really hopeful. We have a string of dolphins who also got those thrips, but is hanging in there. I should propagate this guy because it's looking really sad, hey? And then a slightly happier plant, the Hoya Green Carrii. Did chop him off recently. He went all the way up here and around here, but he wasn't doing anything. He didn't do anything for 8 months. So yeah, I just chopped him off, and let's see what happens with this guy. I think he's cute. I never wanted the variegated one. I really like the green one. And then let's come out here for this big guy that could do with a prune, but I'm gonna make that another video. This big guy is freaking awesome. yeah. Boston fern, tiger fern, a couple different names for it. We keep them outside a lot during the summer in Canada. They love it. And my neighbor gave me 2 of hers to bring inside for the winter because she didn't have room. And yeah, they've just been loving life. I mean, this guy needs a little bit of a prune, as I said, but that will come shortly. And yeah, he's happy. There's new growth, so. And then moving down here to this little corner, I have a little propagation station. Down here, we have my watermelon peperomia. And we have this guy. I believe they call it snake tongue or ox tongue is the common name, but it's and I'm not gonna be able to remember the whole scientific name, but it's a gastro something. And I will put the name on the screen. And then oh, this poor guy. My son picked this guy up and he has dropped all of his leaves. And I don't know whether he's gonna come back. So that's that. And yes, I do have kids and a dog, so excuse mess and dirt. I also have plants, so you know, dirt's everywhere. Here I have my moonshine sansevieria doing very well in this little corner. I think there's 3 pups in here. And then this guy, my crested euphorbia. Just looks like coral. I love it. And then this guy, I don't know whether he was grafted on or whether he's natural. Looks like he's coming out of there. I don't know. Got some spikes on him. I've never seen one on the crested cactus euphorbia before, so let me know if you've had any experience, if you know what it is, if you have one too. This guy, we're not going to talk about. Used to be a fiddle leaf fig. Anyways, I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about fiddle leaf figs. Another little snake plant here, sansevieria or Dracaena, I guess, if you want to be correct now. A marginata Dracaena in the background. Then my huge, I believe, black coral sansevieria, like huge, starts down there. Yeah, it's big. There is a peace lily in the back, quite happy there. I didn't know whether she'd be that happy because it doesn't get a lot of light back there. But I also don't water her too often. I do water her consistently every week, but not a lot. So yeah, she's happy. I have what I believe is a Chrysandra down here, which has usually out the top comes tiny bright orange flowers, but she's not getting enough light right now to do that. So that's my little corner in the living room. And then we move along to I have another orchid that is not, I mean, it's putting out a new leaf down there, but it's not gonna bloom for me anytime soon again, probably till the spring. We have really short periods of light here in Canada, so in the winter, so. And here we have my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that had a few more leaves than this, but then got thrips, a few. And then my Polea that is actually transitioning because I just got these 2 little pups recently. I was like, I don't have a Polea, and I probably should. But cute, new growth at the top, so I'm not too worried about the yellowing leaves. And then moving over here to this little corner, excuse the paint touch-ups. Here we have my Carnosa and some Pubicalix Hoya. Just found thrips on this one. So, goodbye. I hate thrips. And then here we have my Frosty Fern. I think it's gorgeous. It was a couple dollars from the store around the corner from me. Yeah, so cute. And then my Desert Rose, if I'm not mistaken. Again, if I am wrong, let me know down in the comments. Some new growth up the top. Again, transitioning to the amount of light, and me transitioning to, you know, watering less now that they're getting less light. That's very important. Here we have my Pixie Lime, Peperomia. I think the variegation on these guys are so cute, so delicate. Adorable. And then here we have my green spider plant that I thought was dead after last winter. I stuck it outside thinking, oh, I'll just use the pot again later. And then all of a sudden, this little guy popped out and I was like, okay, you do you, spider plant. You do you. And a Hawaiian pothos propagation that I have here. I believe I have another one in the bathroom that you'll see later. Yeah, that's my little corner, minus this guy. And then we move over here to where I film and to where the dead plants go. Here we have my Lancifolia Calathea rattlesnake. It's a little bit sunburnt. I did just recently move it, but he's okay. He's hanging in there. Look at those backs. Oh, he definitely, sorry, I did not clean my leaves for you guys. He definitely needs a clean. But he's pretty. Look at that. It's so cute. And then I have a little ZZ propagation, which will one day root for me there. One day. And this guy, my Mikado snake plant, Sansevieria Mikado or Dracaena Mikado. This guy is probably my favorite snake plant. Well, this and the moonshine. Just super cute. This is what it's like right now. And here is my beautiful ponytail palm that, yes, has thrips and has to have predatory thrips. It's so sad. And then we move over here to my big Bambino fiddle leaf, which has put out 5 new leaves since my sister-in-law gave it to me like a month and a half ago, I think. A little bit of edema going on there at the top, but I am thinking that I might chop the top, propagate it, and then it hopefully will encourage the tree to split into 2. And then over here we have a little shelf. On top here we have some more golden pothos from my sister-in-law that I kind of just swung up in there. Again, yeah, it dropped leaves because it transitioned, but it's fine. It's doing okay. And then up here we have my Plumera. Plumera, I believe. Plumera asparagus fern. So pretty. Yes, he does need a prune as well now that he's transitioned. And down here, Fittonia. Honestly, guys, these guys are so underrated. These guys are so underrated. Look at how pretty that veining is. Yeah, gorgeous. They need lots of moisture, but gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And down here, my Aphelandra that I thought I killed this summer, but I didn't. Look. He's rewarding me for trying to get him back on track. Such beautiful leaves, like gorgeous. So that is our little hallway area. And then we come through to the bedroom where the magic happens. Okay, well, I'm not a magician, but so here we have our wall. And yes, there are mirrors everywhere to bounce around the light, not just for me, also to make the room look bigger, also for the plants. I want to live there one day. My big other fern, Boston fern, tiger fern that I actually have pruned. And then my my desk that I'm gonna actually skip over some of my desk today because some of it's a secret. So let's start with this wall. So up here I have some Micans propagations. Let's try and get a little closer for you guys. Yeah, they're doing okay. A couple of propagations in there, put enough new growth, so one day I will get trailing Micans that I can just rub up on all the time. I love velvety leaves, guys, so. Here is my Syngonium podophyllum, I believe white butterfly. It got a little sunburnt because it was actually sitting over there, and I put the bulbs in, the full spectrum bulbs, and it was like, whoa! My gosh, didn't bring my sunscreen. So, I know I'm hilarious, guys. Moving along, here I have my tiny neon pothos. It's doing okay, it's hanging on in there. Here we have my staghorn fern, which is again hanging on in there. That's what us Canadians do, right? We hang on in there. And then the last on my wall up here is this beautiful Peperomia Hope. This guy I got not too long ago, actually. And he is doing okay up in there. Let's move over. Gotta have the humidifier, especially in Canada. And then we have my 3-tiered macrame hanger. Let's go to the bottom and see what's possibly still living in here. So this guy is, I hope it still is, a Calathea worswickii, also known as Calathea velvet jungle. I am so sad that he lost his leaves. He didn't have many. My mom actually picked it up from the store where Lucia from Lulu's Leaves works. So yeah, it was gorgeous when it came home and then it didn't transition well, and then I let it dry out. So then I repotted it into glass. So let's hope it's not then it died. I think it's hanging on. I keep misting the soil. They like lots of humidity. and it is getting enough light, so we'll see. My fingers are crossed. If not, Lucia, I will be visiting you again. And then up here, we have my palm, my Majesty palm, which I think he's doing okay now. He just had a small case of thrips that I think I've eradicated now, but I should probably do one more treatment to make sure. I also don't want thrips spreading, right? So yay bugs. I do use neem oil, organic neem oil with some natural dish soap and water, and I spray my plants. Sometimes I take them in the shower if it's bad enough. Gotta do what you gotta do. And then here we have my green Congo philodendron, which is doing okay. It's just transitioning, which is why the yellow leaves are going, but she's a beauty and she's in Lekka, loving the Lekka life. And then we move over to where I really one day want to live. And then we have my beautiful fern. This guy is a stunner. So ferns are hard to keep. They like lots of humidity, but I mean, that's probably why they're never gonna look perfect, but not inside anyways. But I am pretty happy with the way this looks for being inside. Yeah. Super happy. And then moving down, we've got my fairy tale cactus looking cute. We've got some goodies that we're gonna skip over. You'll have to wait till the next video. Here we have my Scindapsus exotica cutting that is looking great. Here is an Alocasia amazonica that I'm rescuing because, Alocasia polys are friggin' annoying. Here is my African violet. Yes, it's super dirty, dog hairs and dirt, but it's still gorgeous. And those new leaves in the middle are so freaking soft, guys. And the veining too. I don't know. I feel like African violets are way underrated. Then we have my little Venus flytrap that I'm trying to keep alive. And then we have my spats, I've heard it called. It's actually a variegated rabbit's foot calathea, Lusonera, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty, really pretty, and putting out lots of new growth for me. So it's a plant that's actually happy with me right now. Yay! Okay, another propagation station. We have another Amazonica that I'm rescuing. It's putting out a new growth point right there, so that's good. We have some string of hearts cuttings that are doing okay. And we have a Snow Queen pothos cutting that I'm hoping will hurry up and do something for me. And then we go up, and I have another little Brazil. Sorry if it's backlit. There you go. They're so pretty. One of my favorites. And a Macroglossus macrophylla, I believe. Variegated wax ivy. That is not doing so great. So we'll see if I can keep that one alive. And then up here we have my Hoya Crimson Princess, I believe tricolor. One day it will trail down this shelf and look gorgeous for me. And then over here we have my, what I believe is an Eve's needle crested cactus. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know, but look at the sky. The sky is just so kooky and quirky. I freaking love it. So this is the teenager's room. Dun, dun, dun. So we're not gonna go in there. She does have a little neon pothos coming out of Groot's head, and she has a Christmas cactus as well. So we're gonna swiftly go on into the bathroom because trust me, you don't want to see the teenager's room. Yes, that is a full spectrum bulb. So here we have my Calathea zebrina, which I just moved here because she wasn't happy where she was before. She was clearly too close to a light, one of the grow lights. So I'm hoping that she'll be okay here. My eucalyptus tree that's hanging on in there. And Monstera cutting that actually just had thrips, but I think I just got rid of them, so we're okay. But look at those chunky roots. Sorry, but those are so friggin' satisfying. Then we move down to what I believe is another Hawaiian pothos, but actually, no, now that I'm looking at it, I think it is Marble Queen. And you can see that lovely freaking goddamn fungus gnat in the background. Urgh, we have an issue right now. So here is my aloe, who is, I mean, growing, but looking really funky doing it. Has a tiny little baby down here. Can you even see her? Yeah, tiny little baby back there. And yeah. And then we move around and we have my blue star fern, which it's actually, I know it doesn't look okay, but it is actually okay now. I managed to figure out its humidity and now it's putting off some new growth for me. I actually put some sphagnum over the soil to keep the moisture in, and that's been actually doing a decent job. And then we have one more Hawaiian pothos propagation. Not looking so hot, but we do have some more roots down there, so I think this guy will be okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the bathroom. I continue to learn, and that's what part of this channel is. I want to learn with you guys and grow with you guys. Let's be like plants and grow. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We will see you on Tuesday of next week for the next video, and I wish you all well on your pursuit of joy. I need coffee. I look weird. Is there enough light? Anyway.